Let me think what I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
You become acquainted this weekend with sound in the ancient world.
Yes.
Did you get a chance to hear the sound effects from the program?
Yes.
Good, good. Was there any part of it that impressed you?
I find that the exterior noises that are not human voices sound so much more, what's the word, more vibrant, more alive than being just done naturally out in the open.
Yeah, because they echo a lot, so it really gives it a larger-than-life sound. It's very different because I think in the space it's contained, while in the outdoors or nature it's very much spread out. I personally really enjoyed the human voices, specifically the female voices, because it had like this ethereal and mystical sound to it, and it was very interesting to hear women's voices and men's voices sound so differently, and it really made me think about how the space must have been used during prehistoric times.
You think that people in prehistory would have been aware of this special sound behavior in an enclosed space and how different it was from outside?
Most certainly, I think that they were more in tune than we are maybe even now, because a lot of their life was in caves, and they maybe didn't know the science behind it, but they must have known that
it had some use and some benefit to them and their society.
Yeah, either ceremonially or as a relaxant or a meditation sound.
So you feel like they made use of that special sound behavior? You have to repeat the question because I'll be edited out. You think they made use of the echoes? And
I think that they did make use of the echoes and sound behaviors within the caves. They must have used it as either a ceremonial thing or as a communication device. I believe that they did know how the caves produce this beautiful sound, and they used it to the best of their abilities to create something.
I agree.
Well, you heard on the recording that it looks like some of the architecture in this particular site was intentionally designed to boost the acoustics. What's your feeling about that?
Well, knowing how shapes work and how they would work even on a two-dimensional plane, the shapes that are affiliated with the figures and the creations that came from this amazing, I don't even know what to call it. Like, it's so much more than what it is. It definitely helps bounce back the frequencies and the open hollows within it, and even just the shape of the hollow makes a difference. So comparatively to like a rounder shape to a square shape, it all fine-tunes with the acoustics, and it makes for a particular sound.
It always amazes me how amazing humans were even in the past. You know, sometimes it's hard to remember that the people that lived during those times had the same brains we did, and that I do believe that they must have known how using different shapes, as Gigi said, could create different sound frequencies and different sounds, and if they had learned what type of frequency they wanted, they might have made architecture to help that.
Awesome, you guys are. Do you have any personal feelings that come to your mind when you hear these deep resonant sounds?
For me, it's like bursts of colors of blues. I like to I came in and I sat down. For me, listening to the sounds really kind of gave I could feel kind of the antiquity of it, not in a cheesy way, but that I could feel that there was a past to it, and that it was something that thousands and thousands of years people used as a purpose. But it really evoked on an emotional level a very peaceful tranquility to me, and I kind of see that as dancing lights of blue. So that's my personal thing, but it definitely is very, very peaceful and meditative. And I definitely would recommend anyone to come if they wanted to relax or just have some deep inner thoughts. You know, our ancestors did it, so why shouldn't you?
I personally find it so exciting, and I find it happy. Like, if I had to put colors, I would put more like yellows and oranges and tans and browns. And it's that like new discovery of knowing that you can do this with your body and your voice, and you can create something larger within yourself, even within an enclosed space. So I get very, I wouldn't want to say excited, but very joyful, because I know that there's so much potential, there's more discovery within it, and that within itself I feel more prepared that I could just use my body, and I don't have to aid myself in any other way. Like, I can use my body and my mind to produce something as simple as sound, which is impactful within itself, as you can tell.
Yeah, well, it'll be edited, so this part we'll put at the beginning, but could you identify yourselves as students of art, or however you want to?
Yeah.
With your name first, please.
Hello, I am Karina Scala. I am an art history major at Eckerd College.
I'm Gigi D'Amico. I'm also an art history major here at Eckerd College. And I resonate with art very much, so I know I'm talking so much more than what you asked. I love art so much, and I find that I can't really create it, so I want to study it.
For me, art is the story of our past. It's really the way we identify where we came from and where we're going, and through the study and the science behind the art of the past, we can learn more about ourselves and our future and where we came from.